had already made a video about Seth Borden and Sam and Colby and the whole stuff. Well, it's gotten worse. The person that I I said her name but didn't mean to. Her name is Kristen at the Bel-air house. She did a interview with someone, and wow, she says a lot. In this video, them watching, she talks about all the other stuff that was not shown, all the clips that they have on live camera, because at the Bel-Air house it's constant recording. Wow, the actions of these people, you don't think about them until you see them, and it's might change your view on them. Some of the actions I kind of had to do a double take because I didn't think of it until I wrap my brain around it, which sounds really bad, but most humans have to. When you see something, you don't fully internalize it until like a few seconds later, and you're like, wow, did I really watch that? Wow, did I really see that? Because who they project themselves to be on camera, not necessarily who they are behind the scenes. So the interview is with Side Eye Guy, and she goes on to say, like, she calls them kids because of the way that they're acting. So obviously they're not kids. They're Sam and Colby are my husband's age. They're around my husband's age. And my husband's going to be 29 this year. For them to act like that somewhere, and they're working, and they're allowed to be there, like with permission of the owner of the home, the management that runs that home, it's baffling. It's yeah, it's just baffling. You don't There's no words to conceptualize how it in how it makes me feel seeing those clips. Like, you destroyed a rem bear, then your team says you paid for it, but did you apologize for breaking the rem bear? Did you actually mean to break it? Like, as Kristen explains, that if it was a simple child that did that, they would be reprimanded for it. Sam and Colby and Seth should have been reprimanded for it. Now, I've watched their content for years. I've seen Seth's content. For them, and also for myself, I'm in content creation. It gives people that are in this profession a bad name and a bad rap. And it looks negatively on the paranormal world, which is already under fire because of everything else that's going on right now, like the Conjuring House and all that jazz, which all became an issue because of Sam and Colby, because of their week-long videos in the Conjuring House. It's weird how it's come full circle because of them. And I did a whole part one video on this because I wanted to talk about the basically what's kind of happened with the Conjuring House and then leading into this. I've watched Sam and Colby for years. I used to watch them on Vine. So when I talked about their actions in my previous video, which I don't know if I'm actually going to upload, I'll put it on the screen if I do. It's all behaviors that are generally norm for my age demographic. I'm 33. So anyone between like 27 and 37, we'll say that, or 27 and 35, that's a normalized behavior for us. If you think about it, what we've seen, what we've grown up around, because a lot of this content creation became popularized with my age demographic, and it's exploded exponentially. And for these three men to completely disregard and have no care for where they are, to misbehave, basically, for them to misbehave like that is completely unacceptable. And I don't necessarily know if Seth Borden will probably speak out about it. I don't think Sam and Colby will, because to me, they're like the Mr. Beast of the paranormal world. Everybody looks up to them. They have amassed a giant following because of what they do. I don't think they will speak out publicly about this. If they do, then that's good for them because I mean, PR is going to tell them that they need to speak out about this. They're going to have to release a statement. I'm sure that Seth Borden is already working on his statement. Whoever his management team is going to be telling them that they need to speak out about this, or they're going to tell them to sit back and wait for the next whatever happens to come out to talk about this. Yeah, it's messy and it's wild.